Welcome back everyone. Today I have another video. This time is for Flamingo. As remember, this week we are at Gen Con, so the videos are going to be a little bit shorter. But I still wanted to showcase one of the decks that I'm actually considering of playing. And that deck is Flamingo, as I think it's just very good against everything in the format. The only deck that I'm concerned about is Law. Law is a matchup that is very difficult. But besides Law, everything else is just so good. Like if you play against Zoro, if you play against Whitebeard, those matchups don't feel bad at all. If you play against Green, unless they're playing the 8-drop, you are okay. You don't feel that bad. Although Don Krieg is one card that every Green deck is going to play. So Green is also another color that is iffy, but whatever. It's not that represented right now in the format. If you're playing against Black or Yellow, you're very, very well positioned. So like the deck has too many good avenues and too many good matchups. And that's why I actually want to play it. One thing that you might ask me when you see this list is why I'm not playing the 3000 swords. I don't think it's for Flamingo. I don't think he needs it. I only think the only top end that you should play is Mihawk. That's the best card that you can play against any deck. And then besides that, early on, you just want to use your leader ability. And the card is just too clunky. And you want to protect your cards on board. And that card not having any counter power, it just makes it difficult for you. So I think it is not a card for the deck precisely. I just want to have consistency and a lot of 2K counters because that's what the format demands right now. The only card that I'm playing out of the new set is definitely Kaya. As you might actually see it in one of the videos today. She is really good when you draw the bricks, and the bricks on the deck is actually just Mihawk. But when you draw too many in the matchup that you don't want to draw too many, she can actually help you out a lot. So I definitely advise playing the Kaya. Probably should be a 4-of instead of Elvira. But it's a 2-2 right now. I mean, whatever you want to do, right? Another card that is, they're going to ask me is if Jinbe is mandatory for this deck. And if you want to be competitive, if you want to go to a large event, yes, you're going to need a Jinbe. Jinbe is too important for the strategy. His ability is actually very helpful against Zoro. So you need it. It is not a questionable option. It is a card that you need if you want to play competitively. Now, if you want to play for a locals, I don't think you need the Jinbe. You can play something else. Your deck is gonna be a little bit more limited, but it's still gonna be a good deck. It's still gonna be really powerful, and you're still gonna compete very well. But the Jinbe is just an added bonus against any deck that. It is unmatched by any other card. So it can be replaced because there are other warlords that you can play. But it's a hard replace for the deck, for sure. Besides that, it is something that we've seen before. It's just play cards out of the top of your deck until you play 1 or 2 Mihawks. And you win the game on the back of those. And you play a bunch of blockers just to protect your life at the last 4-3 damage, right? Deck does what it needs to do. It's very good. And I wanted to show some games today. So let's go into it. Okay, and we're going to have Zoro as the first matchup, and this hand is okay because we're gonna have Boas, and we have the defense for the first turn, so we can set up the leader. So it's actually very good, and this is the reason why I like Spada so much. These two games have been like a showcase of why this card is so amazing in this deck. Now Flamingo is a special character, which is very nice when it comes down to Boogie. Here I'll block this one because I'm gonna have to block one of them, and if he attacks for 7 on the leader, then it would be really bad for me. Ideally I draw the beam and then yeah, so let's do this, and this, and then we'll take this one. If he goes for 7, then he's fine, we'll take that as well. No trigger. He plays the Nami, but I'm not scared of the Nami. She doesn't really attack. Reveals a Brook. I assume that's the 2-cost Brook. Attack here. Play Car. Rested. Now we have 2 Mihawks, so I'm thinking that I might have to play the Mihawk next turn. So I can cycle them out of my hand. Because I don't think this... I mean, unless he's playing Marco, this is not the best matchup for Mihawk. But at least I know her is gonna be really good. I know my blockers and my Gecko Moria is gonna be really good. So we'll see what happens here. Attacks for 6 into my leader. It's kind of dank. I'm gonna have to combo the 2k here. Maybe get it back with Gecko Moria. Yeah, I don't want to get too much poked. And then it's kind of a race right now. I do have my 2 Mihawks. That's why I want to play another Mihawk. Or ideally draw a Kaya so I can cycle them out of my hand. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I can do here. Let's do this one first. I think I can play the Gecko. I can rearrange. This is a nice fight, top 5. Place at the top. This one I want to play right now. And I want to draw the 2k. And then I want to play this, right? And this one, and this one, yeah. Play the Gecko, get back the 2k. I might have to use a Love Beam as bait here. But I don't have to now anymore. And this should be fine. Attack for 6. We have control of the board. We're gonna try to keep that board. Now, the Mihawk, I don't want to go less than 3 because I might have to play one of the Mihawks. And it's gonna be important that I do that, right? Now we also have Perona for the Nami. So like I feel very okay with this hand. I'm definitely going to combo out of that one. I'm going to combo my Boa because I can get it back. And I think Geckos are more important in this matchup. Definitely just combo the 2k. And I have another Love on top of my deck. So if he attacks with like a Zoro or something like that, I will be okay. Oh, he finally has a good card to deal with my board. But I don't mind as much, I think. I'm going into 8 energy. He's going to be able to deal with my board efficiently here. Unless I would let him. Next turn, ideally, I want to play the Mihawk. So I think I want him to attack my board this turn. And that should be fine. Let's choose... She's not a special now. She's not a slash character. So ideally, I'm just going to attack his board here. And I may not attack with the Gecko Moria, but why not? I feel like it's fine. He defended the Brook, the guy. That's super fine with me. I'm going to attack for 7, play a guy for free. Well, we're definitely going to want to draw that Kaya. That's the most important card here in this hand. So I don't have to play the Mihawks, and I have the other ones for sure. So I'm going to place on top. Now, we can leave the Mihawk at the end of there. Definitely going to play the Jinbe next turn, and definitely want to draw the Kaya. This order, I'm not sure here. I think the Kaya is fine. I think I'm going to use a Love, but I'm not going to be able to draw with it. So let's leave the Love. And let's draw the Kaya and let's play the Jinbe. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. And then we're gonna play Gecko Moria here. Sure, that's fine. Gecko to get the 2k back to my hand, so as he's not gonna be able to deal me too much damage. Because he did, he might be able to clear my board here. Oh, hold on, my mouse just died, but don't worry. Okay, so he attacks that one. That one is fine. Give me 1 second while I resolve this mouse issue. Yeah, the Nami KOs my Piranha. I don't know if he's not gonna attack with the Brook. He should, I think. Okay, sorry about that. We have fixed the mouse. And this should be a 5k counter here. Let's do this one. That shall be fine. And he attacks for 7. I'll take that one, that's fine. I just want to play the Kaya so I can get rid of these flamingos. Oh, okay, so he's doing that. Sure, that's fine. I don't mind. Definitely just gonna attack the guy for 7. Play something for free. Okay, that's fine. Play this. Discard the 2 cards that are super annoying for me. Play the Gecko. It's gonna be really good here. Get the Boa, because Boa is gonna give us a draw at the end of all of this. And we have a big hand, and we have Love Beam, so we can defend for this turn very well. And we have a Kaya to answer their minions. Now, if he has another one of the Crossfire, could be an issue, but I don't think so. Should be fine. If he kills my Jinbei, he loses another card. He has to do another minus in. I guess he has the minus in effect on Brook here, but it shall be fine. That one is a 2 and a 1. This is very okay. He needs to use a couple of energies to do the Fire Fist. He goes out with Makino, which is fine because I do have the Kaya to kill it. Kind of have to combo my hand here so I can draw cards with the Love. No, I'll take it. It's fine. I do want the 2k here. If this is Fire Fist, it could be an issue, but I do want to play my Robins as the last line of defense here. That's why I don't want to combo them out. I assume he has Fire Fist, which should be okay, I think. Okay, so yeah, he's representing the Fire Fist. We'll kill one of the Namis, I think, because we can attack the other one with this one, unless he does have the Fire Fist. He doesn't? Okay, so this is free. I don't mind. Let's do this one. I was worried that it was a Fire Fist, but since it's not, it doesn't matter. I get a free attack here. I get a free attack on this one. I get to look at the top of my deck and get another Gecko Moria. That's so insane right now. This actually is very good for me. I'm gonna try to draw. Let me see how much energy do I need. 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. I just need to play the 4, the 3, and the 2. So I cannot draw this one this turn, but next turn I will. Top, get the Gecko so we can get a 2k counter. Play the Boa and we should be fine. So we're gonna play the Gecko this turn, draw the Boa next turn, and have this. So we're gonna do it this way. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. That's perfect. Play the top. Get a 2k counter on top of my deck. He's gonna combo out of that one. And then I'm gonna play the Boa Hancock, and we're gonna be good. Because she's gonna be just a blocker, basically, is what it was gonna come down to. Oh, that's a Fire Fist. Okay. Then if he doesn't go after my board, he's just gonna die. Next turn. No, he's not. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. I have a lot of life here. So I don't even mind if he does this. Fire Fist was much better last turn, for sure. Now, if he attacks with anything, he's just gonna die. If he goes all in with this one, it's just not good enough. No, 1/1. Now he's forced into attacking these guys, I think. Not necessarily forced, but like it would be really nice for him. That's perfectly fine. I don't want to use my Lovin early on, so I am okay with this. I already know the top of my deck. I'm just gonna attack here for 5. Play the top of my deck. Oh, I forgot there was this one. It doesn't matter, because I couldn't do anything with the extra energy anyway. I guess I should have drawn with this one, but that's fine. I have the blocker and I have the love. And then the next one is a 5k, I think. I messed it up. I forgot that I put that one on top, to be honest. Oh, that's fine. I don't have to deal with the with that. That's super fine with me. Unless there's another Fire Fist, and okay, I guess. What is that? 5? No blocker. I guess I'll draw a card. Marco, okay, that's fine because I have the Mihawk. So we can definitely just play Mihawk, bottom deck the Marco, attack here, and leave up Boa as a blocker here. I don't want to take the damage from this. Should be fine. And then he needs that Rush Zoro to be able to deal, like, he needs 2 Rush Zoro, I guess. Definitely going to block that one. I'm not going to give him the last life for free. He should definitely just set up to go for game. 8, I cannot block, so I have to take. And then here is just about if he has an unblockable Luffy, which these decks don't play, to be fair. But, I mean, it is what it is, right? I want to take the last card out of his hand. If it's an unblockable Luffy, it's going to be really good, but I really don't have any other play. It is this turn or bust. And he has to do double like removal on like 5Ks, which is not that easy for that deck. So he has to be a very specific draw here. I could have bluffed with the Boa, but I think I want to bluff the Love Beam instead. I don't think it matters. If he can't destroy the Boa, he will destroy the Boa. So it really doesn't matter. And next turn, I'm definitely just going for game. This game was a little bit difficult because I drew too many, like two Mihawks, 3 Mihawks actually. If I don't draw those, I would have been in a much better spot, but you know, it's not that easy always. He plays the Marco, but Marco doesn't do enough, I think. I'm definitely just gonna go for game. Okay, well, I just stack for 7. There's no possible 1 card that can do anything here. Unless he gets a Red Hawk out of life. Which case I have to be careful. That's why I didn't attach more energy. And then here I just go for game. Yeah, I have to be careful. That's why you have to play different versus this kind of decks where they have a lot of defense. You just have to be more conscious of that. Oh, okay. And we're going to play against Whitebeard, which I think is one of the best decks in the format still. So, as you say here, I could have tried to hit blind with my Mihawk, but as you see, I would have failed, right? So I'd rather use the extra card that I have. That's why I like it so much, because it allows me to fix the top of my deck. And now I can definitely just, for the rest of the game, just hit. And that's very good. Now I know I have 2 Mihawks on the top, whatever on my deck. And that card is going to be really important to win the game. And I'm going to combo out of every attack that is small, because I don't have to let anything die here, as my opponent has to respect the cards that I have. And I'm going to attack with 8 into the Luffy. See if he wants to defend it. He shouldn't, because the next attack is going to be for 8. And then he's still going to take a life. Here, I don't attack him because he's not going into 9 energy. So he's definitely going to take the last life. And I'd rather just keep up the Love Beam here. It's probably much better. And yeah, that's what I do here. And I would have lost the Jinbe for no reason, I think, here. So it's fine. He attacks me for 7. I definitely want to combo out of that one, because I don't want to take any damage, as I'm going to start playing 9 drops back to back, probably. And I definitely just don't want to take any damage because of that. Now, here, my opponent's at 0, so he has to be careful of not, like, committing to an attack and then leaving himself dead on the trap back. So he needs to play blockers, or keep up a bunch of energy to out-combo my Mihawk. Whichever is fine. He finds a Red Hawk out of the Nami. So I know he has probably a lot of counters in hand, which is fine, I don't mind. He attacks for 7, I combo out of 7. Again, I don't want to take damage, because the late game for me is going to be play a bunch of blockers, basically. And this is another perfect blocker here that I can play. But next turn is definitely going to be another Mihawk, as he was not able to play another pressure piece, and if I remove the ace that is already on board, he's not going to be able to deal me any damage, right? So that's going to be very important. And I attack with the Jinbe because I want him to make the mistake. Let's see if he wants to do the mistake of attacking my Jinbe. So I can remove either the Nami or the blocker or whatever the case might be. I highly doubt he's going to do that, but hey, one can hope, right? That would be ideal. Okay, that was a really disrespectful of me. Hoping that my opponent messed it up, but it's fine. Here, as you can see, I have blockers for days. And that's what I'm going to leverage in the late game here. Because I can just play 2 blockers per turn for the rest of the game. And it's a matter of who can outlast who. And here, I can attack you for 8 and force you to either combo a lot of cards, or use the blockers, and then eventually he has to keep playing blockers. So I'm going to speed up the video here because I had to step out for a second in this video. But now, we're back, and yeah, I'm attacking for 10, and yeah, I finally get rid of the first blocker. And now my opponent is in a clock, because the blockers are just way too important for him. And I have 1 blocker, but I have a Love Beam and a 2k counter, so I should be fine in terms of what I need, like what kind of out combo and what kind of no out combo. I'm at 2 life still, so I should be fine. I don't think he can get rid of a Mihawk, but we'll see. Attacks for 6, I can easily out combo 6. Attacks for 7 with Nami. I'll combo out of the Nami, I'll block with the Nami. See where he wants to use the other energy. Attacks with the ace, which means I can just use Love Beam here. Because that's how I draw it up. I wanted to do that out of the top of my deck. Attack for 7 again. And I'm going to combo out of that one because, again, I don't want to take any damage at all. And I drew the Flamingo, which is what I was expecting. That's how I drew it up. And then you have more blockers. So that's what I want to do. I want to play blockers out of the top of my deck and keep attacking the leader, right? And then here I'm going to force the last blocker, or he's going to combo a bunch of cards, whichever is fine with me. And he's pretty close to dead now. Unless he can present more blockers, this is the end game for him. And he only has 2 threats on board, and both of them can be easily blocked. So I have basically like 5 life. So he's forced to play attack just to try to deal me some damage. And I'm not going to allow it. I'm just going to not take any damage at all if I don't have to. Because the way I lose is probably with an unblockable Luffy. And here I take 2 cards out of my opponent's hand. And I can just take it slow. I don't have to go for game here. I'm going to respect the fact that he might have a bunch of 2Ks in hand. And if I go all in, he might have an avenue to win. I just have to take it slow. I just have to play another 2 blockers. I don't lose this turn. And next turn, he only has 3 cards in hand. I win automatically. Unless he can clear my cards, but doesn't matter. Here, he attacks with the ace. He attacks with the other 3. I just have to block one of them. And that's it. That's no way that he can out-combo the Mihawk. Completely tapped out there. So yeah, this is a good matchup for the deck. You just have to know how to play it. My opponent played the best that he could with what the deck allowed him to do. But at some point, you only have so many threats that you can do. And the blockers at the end of all of that is just, they're too much. It's not like you play too many white beers that you can slam a 9-drop and then win on the back of that one. That doesn't happen anymore. And that's why this matchup is even better for this deck right now. So one of the reasons to play the deck at the moment.